I'd just like to talk a little bit about chord tones. And in our system, the Western music system, all of the chords we have are described in terms of what note of the major scale they are. So we can take a major scale like G, for instance, and describe those notes with numbers. So the major scale would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and back to 8 or 1. And what we can, in our system, we take every other note of that scale, the 1, the 3, and the 5, creating a major chord triad. And we can do that for any key. In this case, with Crooked Stovepipe, we have the two chords, the D. So if we took the D major scale, again counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and back to 1 again, we take the notes 1, the notes 3, and the note 5. So D, F sharp, and A become 1, 3, and 5. And the octave note becomes 1 again. And we can keep going higher, 1, 3, and up to 5 again. So those become the primary notes of that chord. And one thing about improvising that I'd like to say is essentially what you're doing when you're improvising is creating various degrees of tension. And you can think about it in terms of support and contrast. I think that's the essential element of improvising. And in your improvisation, you decide how much you're going to support what's going on, either melodically or harmonically, or you can contrast that. And a way to support a melody would be using chord tones. And as we get into tones that aren't chord tones, they create more textures that are, could be considered to be contrasting as opposed to supportive. So these chord tones are your really bass notes that are, support notes for the tune. So I'm just going to play through a segment of the tune here using only chord tones. And a nice way to start, if you'd like to try this, is play only quarter tones and only using chord tones. So you're limiting your choices. And in some ways, in improvisation, you always limit your choices to a certain degree. You can decide, I'm going to use this scale, or I'm going to add, only this note to the scale. So, and that creates, sometimes that gives you an opportunity to create a certain type of sound. And in this case, we've limited ourselves to 3 notes for the G chord and to 3 notes on the D chord. So let's try that, going from the beginning of the tune. And maybe what I'll do is I'll play the A section of the tune through, just so you get a sense of how this would fit into the melody of the tune. So let's play the tune once through, and then I'll do a quarter note improv. 1, 2, 3.